Have you ever tried something new and felt like everyone around you was better than you?
Like you're standing in a room and everyone seems to know what to do except you. You watch them. They make it look so easy, and you start to think, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I started too late. Maybe I'm just not good enough.
I've had that feeling more than once, and I can tell you something I wish someone had told me earlier. You don't have to feel ready. You just have to keep showing up. Hi, Leo.
Hey, Lily, and hello to everyone.
Welcome to Everyday Calm English.
Calm listening, confident English.
So, today we want to try something a little different.
Today, we just want to talk, like friends.
Because sometimes the best way to learn is to just listen to a real conversation. And today's conversation is about something that I think a lot of people feel, but don't really talk about.
That feeling of not being good enough.
Yeah, when you're learning something new and it feels so hard, and you look around and everyone else seems fine.
We've both felt that. Not with English. English is our first language, but with other things.
And honestly, the feelings are exactly the same. It doesn't matter what you're learning. That voice in your head that says you can't do this, it sounds the same in every language.
So we thought we'd share some of our own stories today. Real ones.
And maybe you'll hear something that sounds familiar. Okay, Leo, tell them about the guitar.
The guitar.
He always makes that face.
So, when I was about 15, I decided I wanted to learn guitar. I thought it was going to be really cool. I could already see myself playing at parties, you know?
Of course you could.
So I got a guitar and I started practicing. And it was terrible. My fingers hurt, the sounds were awful, nothing sounded like music.
But that's normal when you start, right?
Yeah, that part was fine. The hard part was Daniel,
Ah, Daniel.
my brother. He started learning at the same time as me. Same guitar lessons, same teacher, same everything. And within a few weeks, he was already playing songs, like real songs.
And Leo was still...
I was still trying to switch between two chords without stopping. That's it, two chords. And Daniel is over there playing full songs, and everyone in my family is like, wow, he's so talented.
Ouch.
And nobody said anything mean to me. Nobody said, Leo, you're bad at this. But I didn't need them to, because I was already saying it to myself every single day.
What were you saying?
Things like, why is this so easy for him and so hard for me? And maybe I'm just not a music person. And the worst one, what's the point of trying if Daniel is always going to be better?
I think a lot of people know that feeling.
Yeah. And the thing is, I almost stopped. I almost put the guitar away and never touched it again. Not because I didn't like music, but because watching someone else do it better made me feel like my progress didn't count.
But you didn't stop.
No. And honestly, I don't even know why. I think I was just stubborn.
That's one word for it.
And then one day, I don't remember exactly when, I was sitting in my room and I played a song, a full song, beginning to end. And I stopped and I thought, wait, when did that happen? When did I learn to do that?
You didn't notice it happening.
No, because I was so busy watching Daniel that I never watched myself. I never saw my own progress. It was happening the whole time. I just couldn't see it because I was looking in the wrong direction.
I love that. Looking in the wrong direction.
And Daniel? He stopped playing like a year later. Just lost interest. And I still play. Not perfectly, but I play.
Because you kept showing up.
Yeah, I just kept showing up.
I think there's something really important in that story. And I don't just mean for guitar.
No, I know what you mean.
If you're learning English right now, and you see other people who started at the same time as you, and they seem better, that doesn't mean anything about you. It just means people learn at different speeds.
Your speed is your speed, and it's fine.
Your progress is still real, even if it feels slow, even if you can't see it yet.
Okay, your turn. Tell them about when you moved.
Oh, this one's fun. And by fun, I mean it was awful at the time.
Great start.
So, after university, I got a job in a new city, a city where I knew absolutely nobody.
Nobody.
0 people. I moved there alone. New apartment, new job, new everything.
That's brave.
That's one word for it. I think I was mostly just scared and pretending not to be.
What was the hardest part?
Honestly, the hardest part wasn't the job or the apartment or any of the practical stuff. The hardest part was feeling like I didn't belong.
What do you mean?
Like, I would go to work every day, and I would smile at people, and I would have small conversations. How was your weekend? Oh, great. Yeah, yours? And on the outside, I looked fine, normal, but inside, I felt like I was pretending.
Pretending to belong.
Exactly. Everyone else already had friends. They had their routines, their favorite coffee places, their inside jokes, and I was just standing next to all of that, smiling, but not really part of it.
Did you tell anyone?
No. And that's the thing. I didn't tell anyone because I felt embarrassed. I thought, everyone else is fine. What's wrong with me? Why can't I just fit in?
I think a lot of people listening right now know exactly what that feels like.
I think so too. And here's what I want to say about it. That feeling, the feeling of pretending, of smiling while you feel lost inside, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you're somewhere new, and new is hard.
So what changed?
That's the strange thing. I can't tell you the exact moment it changed. There was no magic day where I suddenly felt like I belonged. It was more like one day I was walking to the coffee shop near my apartment, and the woman who works there said, "The usual?" And I realized, I have a usual. I have a place that knows me. And it just hit me. This feels like home now. When did that happen?
Same as me and the guitar.
Exactly the same. The change was happening the whole time. Every day I went to work and smiled, even when it felt fake. That was building something. I just couldn't see it while it was happening.
You were putting in the work without knowing it.
And I think that's what learning English is like for a lot of people. You listen every day, you practice, and it feels like nothing is changing. But one day, you understand a joke in English, or you hear a song and you know all the words, or someone talks to you and you just respond without thinking, and you realize, oh, it's been working this whole time.
Hey, quick thing before we continue. If you're enjoying this conversation,
Subscribing really helps us. It tells us you want more of this, and it helps other learners find us too. Okay, so this next story is about both of us.
oh no.
Oh, yes.
Do we have to?
We absolutely have to. So, after the whole moving to a new city thing, I learned something about myself. I learned that the best things in my life happened when I pushed myself to do things that scared me a little.
That's true.
So I started doing that on purpose, saying yes to things that made me a little nervous. And one of those things was a dance class.
And she made me come with her.
I didn't make you, I invited you.
You said, and I remember this exactly, you said, Leo, you're coming to this dance class with me. I already signed us up.
That's one way to invite someone.
So we go to this dance class. And Lily, honestly, you have to explain what it was like, because I think I've blocked most of it out.
Okay, so we walk in, and there are maybe 15 people in the class, and the teacher starts showing us the steps. And I remember looking around and feeling like everyone already knew how to dance, like they were born knowing.
And I was just trying to not fall over.
But here's the thing. I was actually picking up the steps pretty quickly. Like, I could learn the new moves. My brain understood what to do.
She could?
But when I actually did them, I looked terrible. Stiff, awkward, like a robot trying to dance.
Okay, not a robot.
A very stiff robot. And I would look at other people in the class and think, I will never look like that.
Can I say my side now?
Go ahead.
So, for me, it was the opposite problem. When I finally learned a move, and it took me a long time to learn each one, it actually looked okay. I don't know why. My body just moved in a relaxed way.
He looked really natural. It was annoying.
But I was so slow to learn. Lily would get the new steps in 5 minutes. I needed the whole class, sometimes longer. And I remember watching Lily get it so fast and thinking, what is wrong with me? Why does my brain work so slowly?
You never told me that.
No, because it was embarrassing. I didn't want to be the slow one.
Leo, I spent the whole class wishing I could move like you.
And I spent the whole class wishing I could learn like you.
Isn't that kind of sad and funny?
Both. Definitely both.
We were standing right next to each other in the same class, having the same terrible feeling, and we never said anything.
Because we were both too busy looking at what the other person could do.
And completely ignoring what we could do.
If you're learning English right now, someone in your life probably thinks your English is really impressive, and you probably don't believe that.
But it's true. You never see your own progress clearly. Other people can see it. You can't, because you're too close.
You know what's funny about all 3 of these stories?
They're all the same story.
Yeah, different situations, guitar, new city, dance class, but the same feeling every time.
I'm not good enough. Everyone else is better. Maybe I should stop.
And the same answer every time.
Just keep going, gently, at your own speed.
The progress is happening. You just can't see it yet.
And the people who get there, they're not the most talented ones.
They're just the ones who didn't stop walking.
Hey, can I talk to you for a second? You, listening right now.
Yeah, we want to say something.
If you are learning English, you're doing something really hard and really brave. And some days it feels like it's working, and other days it feels like nothing is changing.
We know that feeling. Not with English, but with enough other things to know that it's real and it's heavy.
But here's what we also know. It is working. Every time you press play on a video like this, every time you read something in English and try to understand, every time you open your mouth and try to say something, even if it comes out wrong, It's working.
You might not feel it today, but one day you're going to understand something perfectly and think, wait, when did that happen?
And the answer is, it happened on all the days you felt like it wasn't working.
So don't stop.
And remember what I said at the very beginning? You don't have to feel ready. You just have to keep showing up. You showed up today. That counts. That matters. And we're really glad you're here.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today.
If this episode made you feel even a little bit better about your English, would you do one small thing for us?
Subscribe to the channel. It really helps us find more people like you, more people who deserve to hear that they're doing a good job.
And we have a question for you today. What is something you are proud of in your English journey? Maybe you understood a song. Maybe you had a conversation. Maybe you just started. Whatever it is, we want to hear it. Tell us in the comments.
We'll be back very soon with another conversation.
Be kind to yourself today. You deserve it.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.